assume it's gender then.
We can't
It's
assume
gender.
genders, that's correct.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, what's your pronouns?
Sausages.
Look at this tail. Hey.
Good morning everybody, it's Nick at B&P Paving. If you're watching this and you haven't already, click the subscribe button so you can check in what we're doing weekly at B&P Paving. Okay, so this week we are doing a driveway in Bestwood in Nottingham. Bit of a different one though. It's one of these, it's sort of around the back of the house, the driveway is, and we have to access via a private car park. So that could be a little bit problematic. We'll probably have to get a smaller machine in, grab lorry in to manage to get in. We'll probably have to barrow out all the muck and sheet up and barrow it all out into a pile so that the grab lorry can get access to the muck. So it's going to slow things down a little bit, bit difficult, but we always get there as we do. Oh, it's been a long couple of weeks. So we were back, not last week, the week before. That was our first week back at work after Christmas. We took a long break, mainly because the first working week back, a lot of the tips in Nottingham weren't open, so it made things very difficult and slow us down, and it would have just caused a backlog. So we just decided to take that week off as well. So we had a nice Christmas break and we worked through that. And then that weekend I was at university, so I did a whole week's work. Then I had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at university, 8 till 5:30. And then straight back to work last Monday, worked the whole week through. So Saturday and Sunday was my first, I call it weekend off, but I was still out quoting and I'm still answering emails and YouTubing and answering comments with you guys. So anyway, the subject of coffee. Yeah, it's been a nightmare getting a coffee. I decided just before Christmas that I'd stop drinking caffeine, so I don't drink it in pop, I don't drink it in coffee, anything. But it's become quite problematic. Believe it or not, it's really difficult to get a decaf coffee in a lot of places. So it means going without. So I've got a little flask now, so I can have a nice. I'm not really bothered about the coffee. It's just the warmth of it this time of year. But anyway, with regards to the caffeine thing, I don't think we realise how powerful a drug it is. So I have been caffeine free now since mid-December, so over a month. And I tell you something, it's awful. It's absolutely awful. Like, I'm so tired. I wake up in the morning. Normally I wake up, stick the TV on, cup of coffee, off I go like a little whirlwind. No, I'm tired. I could go back to sleep. I'm nodding. I'm tired now. It takes me till about 10 o'clock to wake up. I think when the sun's up and things get moving naturally. Yeah, so it's quite frightening how much of a stimulant coffee is. I challenge some of you guys, try and do it for a couple of weeks. Try and go 2 weeks without coffee and see how the first couple of weeks you feel awful, like really ill and like really like sort of like cold and fluey. And I'm starting to come out of that now, but I'm so tired all the time. So I'm not sure whether it's something I will continue with long term, as I just, at the minute, I think I just don't think it's beneficial. It's nice to just get up and be rocking and rolling instead of dragging your feet a little bit. So it's incredibly tough. But anyway, it leads me to what I was talking about, which is I bought myself a little new flask that I'm dead impressed with. I got it from 24 quid in Morrison's, reduced to 14. So that was a highlight of my weekend. So I'll show you my little flask in a bit. It's great. And yeah, I suppose I better pour myself a little coffee. I'll get out this van and we'll have a look around. And I'll show you this access problem that I have.
A few moments later.
So, as I was saying, it's a private car park. We've got to make sure we can get access into here with the grab lorries. And it's that gate down at the far bottom end. So we've got to make sure we've got enough space to get the lorry in here, round and tip. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a nuisance, but we'll try our best. So we've hit the first snag, which is I came out here 2 months ago and I forgot I should have ordered a micro and ordered my machine, and it's the cross beam on the gate is too low, so we're now just gonna have to move. So Ryan's gonna get the impact drive. We're gonna remove the top bar from the gate so we can get in there. We also need to now go and fetch some fuel and some plastic sheeting. Okay, so first job of the day, me and Foldsy have had to set off on a little mission. We need some diesel for the JCB as it started choking a little bit, and we need to pick up, I've got a roll of really thick polythene at mine. We're going to put some polythene down on the car park. We're going to have to wheelbarrow all the muck out and stack it there ready for collection. We think we're going to have to get Dave at DJ Projects to do this one. He's got a smaller wagon, so it'll probably be easier getting in and out on this car park. It's really tight, so I won't fancy getting one of those big lorries in. So we'll pick these bits up and get back to the job. Won't we, Folder? We will indeed. So we've managed to unscrew the beam, take it off. Chris is in there finally with the machine. It's held us up about 20 minutes, getting some fuel. So see how it goes. The actual job is we've got to sort out this entranceway somehow. We've got to sort of do something with it to try and make it a bit easier for the customer to access it. So it's, yeah, we're going to think this through, whether it be an edging, tarmac, concrete, whatever. We're going to get round to that. This whole area of gravel's coming out. It looks a lot bigger with this camera or with this lens. It's about 50 square meters. We're going to block pave it all, so she's got a hard standing. I think she's got a Tesla or something, and it's starting to sink. It's starting to sink into the ground, so it's no good. So we shall keep on digging. So it appears I have been sold a lie. No, I haven't. I don't think the customer would have known. So it was a gravel driveway and she wanted it removing to have a block paved driveway. However, now we've removed half a ton of road stone, it appears it's actually it's all concrete. It's all concrete, so we're now going to have to break all that out. Luckily, I think the concrete's quite heavily damaged, so it should come up quite easily. So Chris is removing all the stone now. He's taking it to the back of the job. We're going to stockpile it, and then we're going to take the concrete out, dig it all, get that out the gate and onto a sheet ready for collection. And then we're going to put the stone back in as a bit of a sub base. We'll get some better stone as well, some new stone, but pretty good gear to be fair, so we'll probably make use of it. It's got to be at least, I don't know, probably 6 ton. So if we make use of it, it's good saving there, probably 100 to 200 quid a stone there. So we have started to remove the concrete. I'm going to take all the concrete out from underneath. This is all coming out. We're going to stack it outside, get it grabbed and gone. Then we're going to use this stone as like a little bit of a sub base and top the stone back up on top. So it's breaking the concrete out. We're going to have to do it all by barrow. So we're going to break it up now and moving it with wheelbarrows. Okay, so under the road stone, as we said, there's a layer of concrete. It's not too thick. It's about 2 inches in places, up to half a foot, 6 inches in some places. So we're just removing that. So we've pulled all the stone back. We're just taking these lumps of concrete out. However, because I wasn't aware there was concrete here, I didn't get a dumper or anything. So unfortunately, we have to break it up with a sledgehammer and then hand barrow it out onto ready for the grab lorry to get in. So yeah, quite physical, quite painstaking, but these things happen and we just have to get on with it. There's no point in moaning. So if we were to try and get a dumper now, earliest would be after lunch, if not tomorrow morning. So we just lose a day of work, and so and the lads don't want that. They want to get wrapped up for Friday, So we shall keep plodding on with it. Here we go, Ryan's going to demonstrate how to barrow load. Load said barrow with said JCB. And then you use your sheer grit and determination to get behind it, wheelbarrow. And you push it. You push it until you find a place of convenience. And then you tip it. Look at that, look.
Wow.
Wow. Amazing.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Like that Owen Watson. Wow.
Oh man.
back out, Folder?
Power Rangers.
How can they bring Power Rangers back out? There's more Power Rangers than there are people, mate.
Yeah, that's why it's so good.
The original's good.
And if anyone disagrees, your mum just point it at you.
Chris used to be a Power Ranger. He was the Golden Bully Ranger. Hey!
That is the pink Ranger.
Oh, right, he's getting out, he's angry, love. He's getting out. You know, it's bad when Chris is out. It's time for Nick's movie review of the week, isn't it, Folder?
It is indeed.
Right, so me and Folder, we've been to see Avatar. Did you go see it 3D?
Yeah, man, 3D.
Right, so we both got the same thing. So first of all, if you're going to go see it at the cinema, you have to see it in 3D, as it is visually spectacular. So
visually, the best film you'll see.
Visually, it's pretty good. So I'd say, yeah, visually 9 out of 10, maybe a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Visually, right? This is where there's a bone of contention here. Movie-wise and plot-wise, as a movie, it's absolute rubbish.
3 out of
It's
10.
awful. It's the most boring. I mean, there's about a 45-minute section of it where the guy's literally just talking to a whale.
If you watch the first one, it's a carbon copy.
It's exactly the same plot as the first one. There's some weird whale saving thing going on. Don't get me wrong, visually it's amazing. So if you watched it, so if it came on Netflix or on TV and you watched it, you'd be like, oh, if you watched on Netflix, you'd be like, that is horrendous, it's so bad.
It's only good.
So you're almost conned by it because it looks so good. So you go and see it at cinema, you're like, oh my God, that's so impressive. And it's the 3D, the visuals are brilliant. But it's awful. Like if you don't watch it in 3D at cinema, it's just not worth watching.
Yeah.
Like I'd say, like, Shrek. I watched Shrek with my daughter the weekend. Shrek's a better film. Like the storyline's awful, the plot twist is awful, the acting's awful. Like everything's just horrendous. It's predictable, isn't it?
Yeah,
like the old fight scene at the end where like I'm not spoiling it, but the old fight scene where like they fight and then one of them loses the weapon, so the other one throws their to the ground and they go into hand-to-hand combat. It's like, bro, we've seen it a million times. Like, come on. I saw that Commando with Schwarzenegger in the 80s. That's a banger. Should have made that 3D, innit? We sticks that pole into that guy. Stick around bed. No, let off steam. Let off some steam.
What a film.
Yeah, top film. You can't be going wrong with that. Little blue weirdos that are dead lanky walking about crying all the time. It's not for me. So what do you give it out of 10 for everything?
5.
It's difficult because visually it is good. Visually 9 out of 10. But as a movie, including the 3D, I'd give it a 6 tops. Absolute 6. So yeah. So that's mine and Folds' professional verdict. Sorry, I'm just getting ran over. Getting ran over by Chris here on the machine. So that's our professional verdicts anyway. So yeah, let us know if you want any more movie reviews. Connell's quite up to speed on like the Barbie movies, you know, like the animated Barbie movies and things like that. So let us know. Me and Connell are both massive Pokemon fans as well, so we know a lot about that. So yeah, let us know in the comments if you want us to review any more movies.
2 hours later.
Okay, so we have removed the concrete from underneath, which has dug it out about 6-8 inches. And now we're just putting that stone back in that we had. I'm going to compact it shortly. So it's looking pretty good though already. I'm quite chuffed with the progress for the amount of time. Okay, so we've given this stone a rake around. I'm just going to give it a whacker. You remembers this job just before Christmas, so we finally managed to get back and brush some sand in. It's just been frozen and damp since we installed, so it's looking good. It's all done. I'm happy with it. This was quite a difficult one, especially with the odds against us. So yeah, again, it's not looking very aesthetically pleasing at the minute because it's there's areas that are frosted, there's areas that are a little bit damp and so on, but we seize the opportunities. It's only probably 10% damp, so it's doable.
The next day.
Morning, buddy. It's a bit of a cold one this morning. We are still plodding on as we do. However, it has dropped a little bit. Not too bad though. It's only about -1, so it gets a bit warmer throughout the day. I think we went up to about -6 yesterday, so it shouldn't slow us down. Yeah, I'm a bit late in this morning as I had a doctor's appointment, but we've got all the stone in now. I've had 10 ton of stone dropped off, and we've put that in, and we've just got the sand in now, and we're whackering it. And the lads have been doing that while I've not been here, so yeah, I didn't get it on video unfortunately, but you've seen it. We'll get some more footage in later today for you. Okay, so sand's in, we're all whackered, and the lads are just setting the bars now to screed, and we'll flick over to a little time lapse and watch that get done. So it seems like it took 10 minutes, when in reality it took an hour and a half. Okay, so we're all loosely screeded now. Just need to hand float all the bar holes in, as we'd call them, and we'll start laying. Right, so we're all knackered. That time lapse will make it look a lot quicker than it was, but we've just laid 70 square meters, I believe, in about an hour and a half.
Yeah, do that in a day.
Yeah, do that in a day, right? 2 of you were 50 meters. We could do 50 meters in a day.
Sensational.
50 meters in a day. Yeah, so that's all laid, and so we're going to start. We're just finishing the final little bits. We're going to mark it all up and get ready to start cutting. Happy days. Okay, disaster has struck me, faulty. I've just realised we have got no petrol. Dun dun dun. So we've had to now drive. It's quite far from where we're working, isn't it, to be honest? So we've had to drive quite a way now to go and pick some fuel up because we can't run any still saws. Another thing worth mentioning is, other people who in the game will know this stuff, when they change the fuel, they've long story short, the old petrol will not work in any of the machinery, so in our still saw, I think it hasn't got enough octane in it or whatever. So you can't use it in your still saws and your whacker plate, which means now you have to buy what is called the, like the unlimited petrol, the really expensive one, which is a nonsense. So not only are we getting charged a fortune for petrol, they've literally watered it down, haven't they, Folds there? Yeah. Watered it down. We live in. It's the world we live in now. So we have to now buy the really expensive fuel at about £12 a jerry can to run our machinery, because the cheaper fuel won't run anything. So disgusting. Okay, so Ryan is just marking up the borders for cuts. So we're going to get that all cut in, all the way around the buildings and the walls and everything else. And then this afternoon, tomorrow, we shall do a load of concrete in. So there's a fair bit of concrete to go in here, probably a couple of ton. So yeah, we'll get on that this afternoon. It's already 2 PM, so don't know how much of the concrete we're going to get done today. So that might be tomorrow's task, but I'm pretty chuffed. Like I say, it's a fair bit to get laid, put in and backed up, and it's only Tuesday. So hopefully, boys, we shall have a nice finish this week. Hopefully we can have Friday off paid.
Fingers crossed.
If things go to plan, and we'll move on to the next one.
The next day.
Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday morning, 7:30 a.m. and I'm just sat in the van waiting for the boys to arrive. Doing my little morning inspection as I do, making sure everything's here and the materials that we need are here, and basically making sure everyone can do the job they need to do. It's my job more so nowadays to make sure that if someone needs something, it is put in their hand, and that's what I'm here for. That speeds up productivity. So as much as I'm not on the tools as much anymore as I'd probably like to be honest, yeah, it's a strange one. My passion is actually physically doing the work, and I know there's all these jokes about it, but as the business has grown over the last 15 years, it's very difficult to do that. You know, the amount of time taken doing everything else, it's very difficult to do that. But I probably managed to do a couple of days a week now physically in terms of hours. So I'll probably get, I'll probably do 16 hours physical, and then the rest now sort of all the quoting and the YouTubing now and all the sort of paperworks and the emails and just everything else that comes with it. It's a lot. You can easily lose 30 hours a week just sat on a computer if you need to, making phone calls. But yeah, so as I said, I'm here. I think we're good for materials. Might need a few bags of 20 mil gravel, which I shall go and pick up with folds in a bit. We're doing really well on this job. It's just gone really, really well. Like say the base. So basically, I think it was a lawn, and I think that the customer had it removed and then just had it stoned up. So basically, there was loads of stone. There was about a foot of road stone in the end in parts. So we pulled it all off and removed. There's a small slab of concrete down at the bottom end, and then we just dropped it back down. But I mean, I think there's like 12-inch of road stone underneath it. So we were pretty lucky that the sub base was pretty good. So we slapped a bit more on top and whacked that in, and then we've just laid on top. So it's been straightforward. It doesn't happen often, but every now and again you land on your feet. So it's been quite a nice little job. I wish everyone was like this. So looking at things, we should be near done today, bar whackering probably. We'll probably have to come back tomorrow and compact it. And get it ready. Again, brushing in's proving difficult. We managed to brush, there's a little clip you'll see earlier, and we managed to get the one that I did before Christmas brushed in finally. It all depends on which way the house faces at this time of year. The one we did last week, in last week's video, we went back and that was still wet through at 4 p.m. So it's just not drying out. So unfortunately, it's one of those things that customers have to either wait to have the job done or just be a little bit patient when it comes to the brushing in. So we've now got, I think, 2 remaining to brush in, but they're constantly on the back burner, and at any opportunity we'll get round there. If we have an afternoon tomorrow, we'll pop round again tomorrow. We'll keep trying. Ring the customer, see how we're getting on. So yeah, let's I didn't show you my flask. I shall show you my flask. I'm sure you're absolutely riveted, but that's how you know you're getting on a bit. That's how you know you're getting older, when you start getting excited about flasks. But yeah, I shall show you my new little flask I'm well happy about. And yeah, let's get on with it. Here you go, look. What you've all been waiting for. I'm on about the flask. I'm on about the flask, thank you very much. It's my new thermos. Look at that. 24-hour heat, 24-hour cold. So you can put cold stuff in it for 24 or hot stuff in it for 24. All depends what you're feeling on the day. But look at it, it's a bad boy. Thank you. So we've just arrived at Frank Keys in Nottingham. We're just picking up some ballast so that we can back the job up. And yeah, so we're just going to load that up now, and we'll get it back to Colin and Ryan, and we'll get it all mixed up and all the driveway backed up with concrete.
B&P Paving, J Projects. Let's go and get us some little cement. Where's it gone?
What's the phone? Hey? If you hit me?
Yeah. Up the magical steps we go.
Let's go to ask David. He won't be here.
Got some artificial turf block that you can buy. Selection of gravels. These are nice.
Look at him,
black ice.
How many bags of cement do we need?
2 or 3, I reckon.
Hey, oh! What the hell is that?
It's to stop that draft.
Oh, a draft. I thought that was your defence, was it? Your safety thing.
Alright, we'll do what we do with the stick and we'll cover your face.
Touch the glass.
To be fair, you can't really see you through there anyway.
There you go.
There we go. We need 2 bags of your finest cement, please. Hey, look, dog's down there. No, where's dog?
He's here.
I just saw
He's
a
here.
dog. No, there's no
He's
dog.
here.
Oh, there he is. Is it a boy or a girl?
Look at his balls.
I can't see. Can I? Oh yeah, yeah. No, yeah.
If you
Hey.
touch me, you normally spot balls a mile away.
I can't assume it's gender then.
We can't
It's
assume
gender.
genders, that's correct.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, what's your pronouns? Sausages. Look at this tail. Hey. Sausages.
Hot dog.
Oh, he knows what hot dog is.
Hot dog.
Yeah.
No, he's a bulldog. Old English bulldog.
Oh, lucky, nice dog. What do we want? 2 bags?
2 bags of cement,
2 bags
please.
of cement, please.
And we're just going to have a look around and show the people what you can buy from
Yeah,
D&J
some bags,
projects. We've got fixings, post things,
Post things.
post stuff, more fixings, joint it,
Screws, nails.
screws,
You're not selling it, Christopher.
stuff,
You're not quiet.
locks, and tools. And that's it. There's the joint it
What
up
should
in
say
there.
is, are you quiet on the fit side?
And there's the boys making all the panels. We'll catch you in a bit.
So, while me and Christopher have been out shopping, boys have done us proud. We've got all the borders cut in, all the concreting's done. Looking a little bit dirty at the minute, time of year, dust. That's what happens. So, next step is we're gonna sort out the mouth of the driveway. It's kind of a patio, really. It's a bit like a patio area. But yeah, we're gonna sort that bit out at the front here. Get it all concreted in. We've got tarmackers coming. We're gonna put some new tarmac in here. And yeah, we shall get it rocking and rolling. Get it all jet washed off spotless today, and hopefully we can whack it all tomorrow. Okay, so we've got John Hayes here on a Moffat. If people don't know what a Moffat is, it's like a lorry, and it's got its own sort of portable forklift on the back, and we use it for tighter areas. So if the lorry can't get in and use a crane, we'll use the Moffat lorry. So it's really good in confined spaces. And say because we're on this private car park, I think the bigger wagons will probably struggle to come round this bend and be able to put materials down. So we use the Moffat. So yeah, we're just getting rid of some XS blocks. We've got some sands going, get it all clean up. We've got a DJ coming tomorrow to take the muck away and all the broken up concrete, and we'll give the car park a good clean down. You know what? I'm really OCD with the dirt and dust. It drives me crazy. So we can never be accused of not cleaning things because I can't stand it. So I'm gonna flick to a little time lapse of us, or me, jet washing. Say for Wednesday, I'm well impressed. It's all in, cut in, we'll just compact it all tomorrow, gravel it all. Massive car space. I think it's about 65, 70 metres. And to really near enough complete that in 3 days is phenomenal. So fair play to the team, we've all worked hard. We've got tarmackers coming tomorrow. We've concreted all these borders in, and this all concrete, and we're getting this professionally tarmacked. We've got a proper tarmacking gang coming out. You can't buy the patch up stuff from the builders merchants. It's awful. It doesn't set properly. It's really bad quality. So we get proper tarmac from the plant. We've got DJ coming in the morning to fetch all the bits and bobs. We're just having a good clean up now, clean the fences down. Yeah, I'm really happy with this one. It's really aesthetic for quite a strange little area at the back of a private car park. But it's turned out really nice. I think once all the gravel's in and the shed's back in over here and everything else, I think the customer were really happy with this one. Well, I'd hope she would be. everybody. It's Thursday morning. It's 7:30 a.m. I'm on site as usual, doing my little spot inspections. Yeah, chuffed today. This job's gone really, really well. So we should be finishing in a few hours. We've just got DJ projects coming to set this grab load away. I know I just went like that because it's next to me. You guys can't see that, but it is there. Just a bit of tidying. We're going to compact it. We've got the tarmackers coming in. Although I've heard on the grapevine they've got a problem with their van, so there might be a bit of a hold up on the tarmac, but it's worth waiting for. I'm not fetching that patch up stuff and using that because it's rubbish. So yeah, we're going to have to hold tight for them. So yeah, fingers crossed they make it today. But if not, I'll tell you something, I'll give them that guys the credit. They'll come Saturday, Sunday. It's been known for them to come on a Sunday morning and do it, so can't fault them at all. So shout out, you know y'all. Yeah, so yeah, on to the next one. So yeah, next week we've got a little driveway close to home for me in I think it's Colton. It might be past Thornywood, I'm not sure. But a nice little driveway, so we'll show you all that next week. Just waiting for the boys to arrive and we'll get some compacting done and other bits and bobs. Okay, so that is everything all whacked up. Connell is just installing the gravel to all the gravel traps. They allow drainage, water to flow away. So as you can see down this side here, he's installing gravel, so we've knocked that about. It comes out the bag ever so dirty. It's always covered in like brown mud. So we have to wash all that, give it a spray down. And we're there. I think, again, we're probably going to struggle brushing it in. It would have been nice. It means we ain't got to come back. It's a nightmare this time of year, but it's all done. It's parkable on. It just means we have to get here at our earliest convenience and get that sand brushed in. Here he is, look. DJ Projects Limited. Trying to get him in. It's a bit of a tight squeeze down here, but he's got it under control. Woo, DJ! Oh, he's sweating it, look. He'll have little sweaty boobies when he comes out, won't he? Yeah. Comes hopefully. We can get round and down here. It's quite a big car park, so I hope so. Oh, beautiful, we're in. Right, let's get this muck gone and let's get home. So you see Ryan's just shoveling up the excess that's come off the sheet onto the pile, stack it high, Dave can come in and grab it without actually touching the ground, so it leaves no damage on the actual tarmac. There he is. Huh? 20 ton at least. It'll do. Guys, I'm here with Dave from D&J Projects. If you haven't already, make sure to go and check these guys' YouTube channel out. It's massive, it's great, it's where we kind of got the idea from. Got to be honest.
Like, comment and subscribe.
Please do. So
like, comment and subscribe to these fellas as well.
Appreciate it, mate. Yeah, so yeah, please do. Make sure you go over and have a look at that. Right, so that's Dave all done. Car park's all clean and tidy. There is a sheet, I don't know if anyone can see that, up past the lorry. That was there before that had been ditched. That's nothing to do with us. I'm not in the habit of cleaning other people's waste. I'm just sending Connell to fetch his bag of cement he's left. Car park's immaculate, that's how we leave things, don't leave any mess. So we're just waiting for the tarmackers. Dave's all done, he's just backing all things. Going to back up into this area here and then turn and go front ways this way. Go look, he's got it, has he got it? Oh no, might need a little turn. Really tight this angle, it's like 90 degree. Should get it at that. I was going to say it'd be awful if we accidentally video Dave hitting a wall. Sit now. There we go, he's out. Just pulling his mirror out for him. So I don't think we've got a big lorry in here. That's why Dave's come on the small one today. So the area is all complete. It's 11 o'clock on Thursday. I couldn't ask for a better week this week. The job has gone perfect to plan. It looks amazing. We're just waiting for the tarmac because they're coming over the weekend now. They've had it hold up, as I said earlier. But bar that, we're all done and wrapped up and the job looks great. So we'll flick over to our little montage.